Good morning, or perhaps I should ask, is it truly a good morning for your long-term health? You wake up, maybe stretch a bit, feeling the promise of a new day. You head to the kitchen, and what's the first thing on your mind? Breakfast, right? That comforting, familiar meal that starts your engine. But did you know that some of those very breakfast staples, the ones you might have trusted for years, could actually be setting the stage for a serious health crisis, particularly when it comes to your brain health and stroke risk, especially if you're navigating your vibrant years over 60. Many of us, especially seniors, reach for certain foods thinking we're doing the right thing. We see labels like heart-healthy, whole grain, or natural, and we believe we're making a choice that supports our well-being. But what if some of these seemingly innocent choices are secretly working against you, increasing inflammation and making your arteries less resilient? It's a concerning thought, isn't it? Stroke, you see, often doesn't send a warning flare. It can be sudden, life-altering, and often it's connected to patterns and habits we've built over time, particularly with what lands on our breakfast plate. Are you unknowingly starting your day with a choice that might not be serving your best health? Let's explore this together. Now, why this intense focus on breakfast, especially for those of us over 60? Well, as our bodies mature, our metabolism changes. Our ability to process sugars and fats isn't quite what it was, and our systems can be more sensitive to inflammation. Think about it. That first meal of the day sets the metabolic tone. It can either provide sustained energy and protective nutrients, or it can start a cascade of sugar spikes and inflammatory responses that, over time, can contribute to conditions like atherosclerosis, the hardening and narrowing of arteries, which is a major player in stroke risk. It's not about fear, it's about awareness and empowerment. Because knowledge truly is power when it comes to your health. So, are you ready to take a closer look at what might be lurking in your pantry or fridge? Stick with me, because we're not just going to point out potential pitfalls. Oh no, we're also going to uncover some delicious and genuinely brain-protective foods that can help you reclaim your breakfast and fortify your health. And I encourage you, as we go through this, if something resonates or surprises you, jot it down. Or better yet, share your initial thoughts in the comments below right now. What's one breakfast food you think is healthy, but now you're a little curious about? All right, let's dive in. First up, a food that many believe is the epitome of a healthy start: flavored yogurt. You see those colorful cups, often adorned with pictures of luscious fruits, and think, great, probiotics, calcium, maybe some fruit. What could be wrong? Well, the problem often isn't the yogurt itself, but what's added to it. Many commercially flavored yogurts, even the low-fat varieties, can be absolute sugar bombs. We're talking amounts that can rival a candy bar or a soda. You might see 20, 25, even 30 grams of sugar in a single serving cup. Now, your body needs some sugar for energy, but a concentrated blast like that first thing in the morning, especially from added sugars and high fructose corn syrup, sends your blood sugar on a roller coaster. This rapid spike causes an insulin surge, and over time, this repeated stress can contribute to insulin resistance, a precursor to type 2 diabetes and chronic inflammation. And what does chronic inflammation do? It damages the delicate lining of your arteries, the endothelium, making them stiffer and more prone to plaque buildup. It's like inviting trouble right into your bloodstream. What's more, many seniors are trying to manage their weight or blood sugar and might opt for sugar-free or diet versions. But often, these are packed with artificial sweeteners. And here's something many don't realize. Emerging research suggests these artificial sweeteners can disrupt your gut microbiome. That delicate ecosystem in your digestive tract plays a huge role in overall health, including regulating inflammation and even mood. When it's out of balance, it can have far-reaching consequences. So that healthy yogurt might not be the gut-friendly choice you imagined if it's loaded with these additives. Instead of feeling nourished, you might be inadvertently stressing your system. Have you ever felt a mid-morning crash after a sweet breakfast? That yogurt could be part of the puzzle. Now, I'm not saying all yogurt is bad, far from it. Plain, unsweetened Greek yogurt is a fantastic source of protein and probiotics. The key is to take control. Buy it plain and then add your own flavor. A handful of fresh berries, a sprinkle of cinnamon, maybe a few chopped nuts, or even a tiny drizzle of pure maple syrup or honey if you need a touch of sweetness. This way, you control the sugar content and you're adding whole, nutrient-rich ingredients. It's a simple switch, but it can make a world of difference to how your body starts the day. Doesn't that sound more empowering? Next on our list is perhaps the most ubiquitous breakfast item in many households: processed breakfast cereals. Oh, the boxes are so brightly colored, aren't they? They shout about whole grains, added vitamins, and low fat. They practically scream healthy choice from the supermarket aisles. But what if many of these are more like dessert in a box? The reality is, a vast number of breakfast cereals, even those marketed towards health-conscious adults or seniors, are ultra-processed. They often start with refined grains, where much of the beneficial fiber and nutrients have been stripped away. Then they're frequently loaded with added sugars, sometimes multiple types, like corn syrup, cane sugar, and fruit juice concentrate, all contributing to that morning sugar spike we just discussed. You might get a quick burst of energy, but it's often followed by a crash, leaving you feeling hungry and reaching for more sugary or starchy snacks well before lunchtime. Does that cycle sound familiar to you? Beyond the sugar, think about the processing itself. These cereals are often made using high heat and pressure in a process called extrusion, which can denature some of the very nutrients they claim to be fortified with. And those added vitamins and minerals? While they look good on the label, your body often absorbs and utilizes nutrients far better when they come from whole, unprocessed food sources in their natural matrix. It's about synergy, how nutrients work together, which is often lost in highly processed items. Moreover, some of these cereals contain artificial colors, flavors, and preservatives, ingredients our bodies simply aren't designed to handle in large quantities regularly. Over time, this can add to your body's overall toxic load and contribute to inflammation. It's a far cry from the nourishing start your body truly deserves, isn't it? So what's a cereal lover to do? Look for genuinely whole grain options with minimal ingredients and low sugar content. Think plain rolled oats, quinoa flakes, or unsweetened shredded wheat. Read those labels like a detective. Aim for cereals with less than 5 grams of sugar per serving and a good amount of fiber. Or better yet, make your own granola with whole oats, nuts, seeds, and a touch of natural sweetener. This way, you're in complete control of what goes into your bowl and into your body. It takes a little more effort, sure, but isn't your long-term brain health worth it? Let's talk about another breakfast favorite that often wears a health halo it doesn't deserve: the store-bought muffin. Whether it's blueberry, bran, or apple cinnamon, they sound wholesome, don't they? You might grab one on the go, thinking it's a reasonable choice, especially if it has visible fruit or bran. But here's the catch. Many commercial muffins are essentially cupcakes without the frosting. They can be packed with refined white flour, which, like we discussed with cereals, offers little nutritional value and quickly converts to sugar. And speaking of sugar, the amounts can be staggering, sometimes upwards of 30 or 40 grams in a single, seemingly innocent muffin. That's more than many candy bars. Then there are the fats. Often these muffins are made with unhealthy industrial seed oils like soybean or canola oil, which can be high in omega-6 fatty acids. While we need some omega-6s, an imbalance with too much omega-6 and not enough omega-3 can promote inflammation throughout the body, including in your arteries. And don't forget the sodium. Yes, sweet baked goods can be surprisingly high in sodium, which is used for flavor and as a leavening agent. For seniors especially, who are often more sensitive to sodium's blood pressure-raising effects, this hidden salt can be problematic. So, that healthy bran muffin might be contributing to blood sugar spikes, inflammation, and elevated blood pressure, a triple threat when it comes to stroke risk. It's a classic case of food marketing not matching nutritional reality. Have you ever looked at the calorie and sugar content of your favorite cafe muffin? The numbers might shock you. The good news? Homemade is almost always better. You can bake your own muffins using whole grain flour, reduce the sugar significantly, and incorporate healthy fats like olive oil or avocado oil. Plus, you can load them up with actual beneficial ingredients like fresh berries, nuts, seeds, and spices. It becomes a truly nourishing treat rather than a hidden source of trouble. All right, this next one might be a real surprise for many because it's often perceived as the pinnacle of health: fruit juice. That bright glass of orange juice, apple juice, or even a fancy pressed green juice, it seems like pure, liquid vitality, doesn't it? We've been told for years about the vitamin C in orange juice, for instance. But here's the crucial difference. When you eat a whole piece of fruit, you're getting the sugar, yes, but it's packaged with fiber. This fiber slows down the absorption of sugar into your bloodstream, preventing those sharp spikes. It also helps you feel full and provides benefits for your digestive health. What happens when you juice that fruit? You strip away most, if not all, of that beneficial fiber. What you're left with is essentially sugar water, a concentrated dose of fructose that hits your liver and bloodstream very quickly. This can lead to the same blood sugar roller coaster and inflammatory response we've been discussing. Even 100% pure, no sugar-added juice presents this problem. The sugar is naturally occurring, yes, but without the fiber, its impact on your body is vastly different. Think about it. How many oranges would you have to squeeze to get a full glass of orange juice? Probably 3 or 4. Would you typically sit down and eat 3 or 4 whole oranges in one go? Likely not. But it's easy to drink that amount in juice form, and with it, all that concentrated sugar. Regular consumption of fruit juice has been linked in some studies to an increased risk of metabolic syndrome and even type 2 diabetes, both of which are risk factors for stroke. It's a subtle difference, but one your body certainly notices. Did you ever consider that your morning juice might be more like a morning soda in terms of its sugar impact? The simple solution? Eat the whole fruit. Enjoy that orange, that apple, those berries. You'll get all the vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, and the crucial fiber that makes fruit such a healthy choice. If you love a morning beverage, try infusing water with lemon or cucumber slices, or opt for herbal teas. Your arteries will thank you. Okay, let's tackle a beloved weekend treat: pancakes and waffles. The smell of them cooking, the drizzle of syrup, it's pure comfort for many. And an occasional indulgence, especially if homemade with wholesome ingredients, isn't going to derail your health. But what if those fluffy stacks are a regular part of your breakfast routine, particularly the frozen, ready-made varieties. These convenient options are often made primarily from refined white flour, which, as we know, acts much like sugar in your body once digested. This means a rapid rise in blood sugar and insulin. Over time, this pattern contributes to inflammation and can make your blood vessels stiff and less responsive. Then there's the fat content. Many pre-packaged pancake and waffle mixes, or the frozen versions, can contain unhealthy trans fats or hydrogenated oils to improve texture and shelf life. Trans fats are notorious for raising bad LDL cholesterol and lowering good HDL cholesterol, a dangerous combination for heart and brain health. And let's not forget what usually goes on top of these: copious amounts of syrup, which is often just high fructose corn syrup, another major contributor to metabolic issues and inflammation. Even pure maple syrup, while a better choice, is still a concentrated sugar and should be used sparingly. When you combine the refined carbs of the pancake or waffle with a heavy pour of sugary syrup, you're creating a perfect storm for a blood sugar spike and an inflammatory response that your body, especially after 60, has to work very hard to manage. Is that feeling of post-pancake sluggishness just you? Or is it your body reacting to the overload? So, does this mean no more pancakes? Not necessarily. Consider making them from scratch using whole grain flours like buckwheat, oat flour, or almond flour. You can add mashed banana or unsweetened applesauce to the batter for natural sweetness and moisture, reducing the need for much added sugar. Top them with fresh berries, a dollop of plain Greek yogurt, and a sprinkle of nuts or seeds instead of drowning them in syrup. This transforms a potential problem food into a much more balanced and nourishing meal. It's about being smart and intentional with your choices, isn't it? Phew, we've covered some common breakfast foods that might not be the friends to your health you thought they were. It can feel a bit disheartening, I know. But remember, our goal here is empowerment, not fear. The fantastic news is that for every food that might pose a risk, there are wonderful, delicious, and powerful foods that can actively protect your arteries, support your brain health, and help you feel vibrant. Your body has an incredible capacity for healing and resilience, especially when you give it the right building blocks. So let's shift gears and talk about some breakfast superheroes, foods that can help counteract some of the potential damage and build a stronger defense against stroke. Are you ready to discover what you should be adding to your morning plate? First up in our lineup of breakfast champions is the humble but mighty blueberry. These tiny orbs are more than just a sweet treat. They are bursting with compounds that your brain and arteries will love. Their deep blue-purple color comes from anthocyanins, which are potent antioxidants. Now, why are antioxidants so important, especially as we age? Our bodies are constantly dealing with oxidative stress, a natural byproduct of metabolism, but also exacerbated by things like pollution, stress, and yes, those less than ideal foods we sometimes eat. Oxidative stress generates free radicals, unstable molecules that can damage cells, including the delicate cells lining your arteries. Think of it like rust forming on metal. Anthocyanins are like the rust fighters. They help neutralize these free radicals, protecting your arteries from damage and reducing inflammation. Studies have shown that regular consumption of blueberries can improve blood vessel flexibility and even help manage blood pressure, two key factors in stroke prevention. What's more, blueberries are relatively low in sugar compared to many other fruits, and they are packed with fiber, so they provide that sweet taste without sending your blood sugar soaring. They're incredibly versatile too. Toss a handful into your oatmeal or plain yogurt, blend them into a smoothie, or just enjoy them by themselves. Fresh or frozen, they retain their powerful benefits. Just adding a serving of blueberries to your breakfast a few times a week can be a simple yet profound step towards better brain health. Doesn't that sound like an easy win? Next, let's talk about a true brain food that even looks a bit like a tiny brain. Walnuts. These nuts are nutritional powerhouses, particularly when it comes to heart and brain health. One of their standout features is their high content of alpha-linolenic acid, a plant-based omega-3 fatty acid. Omega-3s are renowned for their anti-inflammatory properties. Remember how we talked about chronic inflammation being a key driver of arterial damage? Well, ALA from walnuts helps to calm that inflammation, promoting a healthier environment within your blood vessels. They also play a role in improving endothelial function. That's the health of the inner lining of your arteries, which is crucial for keeping blood flowing smoothly and preventing clots. But that's not all. Walnuts are also a good source of magnesium, a mineral that many people don't get enough of. Magnesium is vital for so many bodily processes, including helping to relax blood vessels and maintaining a steady heart rhythm. They also provide the antioxidants and fiber. Research has linked regular walnut consumption to a lower risk of cardiovascular disease and stroke. Just a small handful, about a quarter of a cup, is a great serving size. Sprinkle them on your oatmeal, add them to your homemade healthy muffins, or mix them into your yogurt. Their satisfying crunch and rich flavor make them a delicious addition to almost any breakfast. It's a small change with potentially big rewards for your brain. Wouldn't you agree? Last, but certainly not least, in our trio of breakfast superheroes is the amazing avocado. Creamy, delicious, and incredibly satisfying, avocados are packed with nutrients that offer significant protection for your cardiovascular system. Avocados are rich in monounsaturated fats, the same healthy fats found in olive oil. These fats are fantastic for your cholesterol profile because they can help to lower LDL cholesterol while potentially raising HDL cholesterol. Maintaining a healthy cholesterol balance is crucial for preventing the buildup of plaque in your arteries, which, as we know, is a major risk factor for stroke. Beyond the healthy fats, avocados are an excellent source of potassium. Now, this is really important. Potassium plays a key role in managing blood pressure because it helps to counteract the effects of sodium. Many modern diets are too high in sodium and too low in potassium, a combination that can drive up blood pressure. By including potassium-rich foods like avocados, you're helping your body maintain a healthier fluid balance and keeping your blood pressure in a safer range. For seniors whose blood pressure can be more sensitive, this is particularly beneficial. Avocados also provide fiber, which aids in digestion and blood sugar control, as well as various vitamins and antioxidants. And they are so versatile. Mash some avocado on a slice of whole grain toast, add slices to an omelette, or blend it into a smoothie for extra creaminess and a nutrient boost. It's a fantastic way to add healthy fats and important minerals to your morning meal, helping to keep you full and satisfied while protecting your heart and brain. Who knew something so creamy and delicious could be such a health warrior? So there you have it. We've journeyed through some common breakfast pitfalls and, more importantly, discovered some truly powerful, protective foods. It's clear that what you choose to eat for breakfast, especially as you navigate your senior years, can have a profound impact on your risk of stroke and your overall vitality. It's not about achieving perfection or never enjoying a treat. It's about awareness, understanding, and making informed choices most of the time. The beauty of this knowledge is that it puts the power directly back into your hands. Every morning offers a fresh start, a new opportunity to nourish your body, protect your brain, and invest in your long-term health and independence. Think of your breakfast not just as fuel, but as medicine, as a daily act of self-care that builds resilience from the inside out. It's about choosing foods that work with your body, not against it. Now, I'm really curious to hear from you. After listening to all this, which of these breakfast insights surprised you the most? Is there one change you feel inspired to make starting tomorrow morning? Or perhaps you've already discovered some healthy breakfast habits that have made a real difference in how you feel. Please share your wisdom and experiences in the comments below. Let's create a supportive community where we can all learn from each other and cheer each other on in this journey towards vibrant health. If you found this information helpful, if it sparked an idea or gave you a new perspective, please give this video a thumbs up. It really helps others find this content. And of course, if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to our channel and click that notification bell. We're dedicated to bringing you practical, science-backed information to help you live your healthiest, most fulfilling life, especially in your senior years. Remember, protecting your leg strength, your brain health, your overall mobility and independence, it all starts with the small, consistent choices you make every day. And breakfast is such a powerful place to begin. It's not just about avoiding risk. It's about actively cultivating strength, energy, and clarity for all the wonderful years ahead. Thank you so much for joining me today. Here's to your health, your vitality, and to many more good mornings filled with nourishing choices that help you live life on your own terms. We'll see you in the next video.